I was in the blog about Escape and SWV thing. Everybody was mad. Have y'all been watching the SWV Escape show on Bravo? Yep. So it's a 6-episode special. If you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, I would suggest you go back and watch it because the show is good, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, on our show,
okay,
we were sitting down having a meeting about finally agreeing to do the concert. Right. And everybody finally agreed.
Correct.
And then, the manager, so their manager was there at the time.
Why y'all managers weren't there? Because y'all weren't fucking with them?
Because we wasn't on the same page about management at that time. Mm-hmm. They had showed that in an episode a couple episodes ago.
Right.
So anyway, the conversation had been had. And so I know a lot of people online was like, why couldn't they do it for one show? Well, there had been conversations about that being a whole tour. Mm-hmm. So there were promoters who were talking to us, not on camera, but off camera, about making this whole situation a full tour, right?
Right.
So I was just basically like, okay, if this is going to be a full tour, we're really having conversations about the business of how this is going to roll. And to me, you have to say, what your expectations are right off rip.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So there's not any misunderstandings, no confusion.
Correct.
Now, a lot of people are upset because I said that our group wanted to make sure that we continue to be the get top billing or be the headliner.
Well, this is my thing with that, right?
What?
SWV is a very successful group.
Yes.
They've sold a lot of records.
Yes.
And yes, they've sold possibly more records than Escape.
No, not possibly. They did sell more records.
Okay, I was being nice. I mean, they sold more records than y'all. All right,
That's
cool.
what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
not afraid of the truth.
Time out.
So go ahead.
All right. So they sold more records than y'all.
Okay.
That was 20 years ago?
It was in the 90s.
All right. It's 2023.
Yes.
No disrespect to SWV because I love them, all 3 of them.
Right.
But when you look...
It was 30 years ago, actually.
30 years. Well,
we've both been in the industry 30 years
Okay, so 30 years ago, you guys were selling records. All right, whatever. When you look at today's situation, Escape's market share is a little bit bigger than SWV. Correct?
Right. I mean, it's just a simple fact of we have already been headlining our shows and we've established ourselves as headliners.
Yes, but I like to think you see, you continue to say, and this is just me talking to you.
Okay, go ahead.
You continue to say you all headline shows. That's very clear.
Okay.
But when we start to talk about SWV and Escape together, you have to go with who's the bigger group out of the 2. And I don't think we should talk numbers.
What you mean?
I don't think we should talk who sold more. I think we should talk who's more relevant today.
Okay.
If I was to say I'm going to be on a tour with someone, right, and I'm more relevant than them today, I don't give a fuck what you did years ago.
See, I think that's the thing. I think everybody was trying to say, oh, she's trying to disrespect them and say they're not relevant. That is not what I'm saying.
No, I didn't say that. They do 50 shows a year. Clearly, they're relevant.
Let me finish saying what I was saying. What I'm saying is once you've established yourself as a headlining act, right, then you want to continue to be the headliner, right?
Correct.
So what I'm saying is, say, for instance, there are some artists who, no matter what, they are going to be the headliner. So say, for instance,
Charlie Wilson
or Fantasia. She always going to be,
right. Frankie Beverly.
And don't get me wrong, there are times when those people may not, but if they're not headlining, it's to somebody else who's been a headliner.
Correct.
It's not like they, letting somebody else who haven't been headline. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, like, say for instance, if Fantasia and Maxwell go on tour together, then
Maxwell gonna headline.
They both headline, so it's kind of like up for grabs or whatever.
Correct.
But what I'm saying is, New Edition, for instance, even if I know Bobby Brown by herself got a lot of records, but let's say even if Bobby Brown is not there, New Edition has not sold as many records if you look online as SWV. But there's never a day the SWV is going to headline over New Edition.
Not at all.
Because New Edition has established themselves as a headline act. So all I was trying to say was that we have established ourselves as headliners, and we're trying to maintain that. Because basically, if I take less money for this, then promoters are going to come to me later on and be like, well, you know, you only took this for that tour, so
as they do.
And they do it all the time. So we're not going to change what we've already established just for the sake of this TV show.
Correct.
Like, because we got to keep working in this game or whatever.
Right.
So that is why I was like, okay, we have to talk about, and mind you, the producers definitely kept saying, okay, well, we need to talk about who gonna go last, who gonna, you know, because they wanted that to be a topic. Matter of fact, I heard that was an issue on the Salt and Pepper and SWV show. They had a show together. How many of y'all know that SWV and Salt and Pepper had a show together a couple years ago?
Oh, one person.
One person in this room.
Okay, great.
Okay.
That went off well, Kandi. Go ahead.
No, but my point is,
I just bullshit.
I heard, and I saw Salt not that long ago. She said they had the same debate about who was going to go last in their conversation.
You know what?
So my thing is, and let me finish my thought. The main reason why I didn't understand why it was such a big deal is because realistically, for the last 6 years, as Saj's friend Knight kindly put, since you've been back, it doesn't matter. We all are we're doing our thing as a group, Escape, and we have been going headlining behind them. We've been headlining the show, or either way, we come on at the end of the night. I saw some people's like, well, they co-headline with Monica. Well, Monica was headlining the tour before we came on board.
Correct.
That particular brand.
Correct.
Shout out to my girl, Monica. That's my girl. I love her to
100%.
death. And she was already headlining the show before we even got added to be clear. So I don't
for
want
many cities.
Please stop trying to make this Escape and Monica thing, because Escape love Monica, Monica love Escape, and there was no issues there whatsoever. Anyway, SWV had been coming on before us. I didn't understand why they was all of a sudden mad, and I don't understand why people all of a sudden act like I gotta be mean or I gotta be cocky because I'm stating facts about what we were able to do as far as ticket sales. Because y'all quick throw at me, but they sold millions of records more than y'all. So when she said, we sold 30 million records, bitch. When she said it in her scene, which I wasn't in that room, okay, just to be clear. But
my dog said she would tow that bitch up. No,
I'm just saying. But either way, when she said that, why y'all didn't get offended by that? Like, because she stated, well, I don't know. I mean, if you go on RIAA, meaning the actual certified sales, I don't know if it leads up to that. But they did sell more records than us. I will give them that. So my point is, when they throw out that they sold more records than us, I'm okay with that, because that is their facts. But my thing is, we sold more tickets than you. So why are y'all mad at me for saying that? I'm only advocating for my group the same way they do for theirs. I'm not getting upset. I'm not in my feelings because they say, we sold more records than you. I'm not upset. So why is everybody else upset? I just saw online just like they shooting birds.
I don't know.
They over there talking about watching. What are you talking about? What are we mad about?
You know what? So our guest today, Country Wayne, right? One of our guests. I think we should ask him when he comes on how he feels about maybe not closing comedy shows when he may be a bigger ticket seller than someone who's on the show that closes behind him.
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay,
I mean?
I didn't even think about that.
I mean, I've seen it. I've seen it done before with him, so I think we should ask how he feels about that, and just in relation to this whole, you know what I mean? Who does what thing?
Right.
You know what I mean? Moving right along. Let's take some callers.
Keep It Cute said they sold 40 million records. According to somebody said they Googled that. How many times have we Googled things
that's wrong
that is wrong in Google? Go to RIAA, which is the certified, where you get the album sales certified.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not talking about streams.
They send you your
okay. Let's be clear.
It's a candy coated life.